What's up, boys? You know what time it is. It's time for our Week 14 matchup preview. That's right. This is the last week of the regular season in our fantasy football league. Big stuff happening. And what other league would you have? 4 people vying for 3 spots in the playoffs. You love to see it. Big matchups, close matchups. Who's going to make it? Let's dive right into standings and check it out. Our number 1 seed, Blake, sitting on top next to Aaron and Alex, who are all at 9-4, separated by points for. One of these two on top will lose. Okay, we'll dive into their matchup. But we have seeds in play, and we've got the last 3 spots in play, and we also have the 11th spot for that last place game in play. So we got Will, Ryan, Eric, and Dale fighting for the last 3 spots. Could potentially have myself, Grayson, Drew, and Dylan fighting to not be in that 11th spot. And then we've got these 3 guys here looking to get that bye week. So let's dive right in, boys. Can't wait. Cannot wait. First up, we got your boy, the commish. I just want to say something real quick. Don't roll over. Don't just roll over. Fight. My other league, I've knocked out 2 people from the playoffs. Am I mad about it? No. Are they mad about it? Probably. But you know what? It's better to knock somebody out of the playoffs trying than to let somebody in that shouldn't be there because you didn't try the last half of the season. I'm looking at you, Alex. Sorry for the shade. Feeling frisky. We got Ryan fighting for one of these last 3 spots in the playoffs, playing against me. I'm not rolling over. However, my team has. We are tied at a projected 113.3 for this week. It is week 14, so bye weeks still are in play. He's got Dart out and Kittle out, which he usually starts Herbert anyways. I've got McMillan out and Wayne Dale out, as well as Amon-Ra is hurt. So I'm having to roll with 2 receivers on the same team, in Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, which last week they didn't even combine for 15, so we'll see how that goes. I do have Josh Jacobs in, and then I'm running with both the Kenneths at running back here. Running with 3 running backs, Daniel Jones, Oronde Gadsden, Cameron Dicker in the Browns defense. We're trying everything we can to move forward here. And then Ryan's rolling with Bijan as always, Chase Brown, A.J. Brown, Ladd McConkey. And then my man's been throwing down, dude. My man's been throwing down. Even the last time we played just a few weeks ago, it was 148 points to 112. So if Ryan wins, he's all but entered into the playoffs. He is entered into the playoffs. So I meant to say that earlier in the standings. If Eric and Ryan win, if Eric, Ryan, and Will win, they're in and there's no points for consideration, and Dale is out. If any of them lose and Dale wins, it will come down to points for. We'll check that out again at the end of the video. Just keep that in mind as we go through here. But if Will, Ryan, and Eric win, there is no consideration for points for other than seeding. We'll see how that goes. So good luck, Ryan. Not rolling over, but I don't think you're going to have a problem. Even projection here, straight up 50-50. Cannot wait for that. All right, as we move on here, we're going to move into Dylan and Dale. First, I'm going to just remind myself. Okay, the Lions and Cowboys play tonight, so let's keep that in mind. We've got Dylan versus Dale. Dylan rocking the 103. A projected 0. He's got Drake and Marvin out again. That's absolutely crazy. 103 to 110 projected here. Dale is running without Drake May who is the number 1 QB in the game as far as fantasy is concerned. And then Amarian Hampton has been a constant, hey, I'm back. Just kidding. No, I'm not. So we're running with Tyrod Taylor, which isn't too bad. Jalen Warren, Ashton Jeanty, Collins Waddle, Kincaid Pittman. This team can throw down. We'll see what happens here. If Dylan wins, he's out of that 11th place. I think we'll look at some of the matchups here. Actually, I want to look at this now. Give me just a second. All right, so Dylan's at 11th after Drew's performance last week. Drew is at 10th. So forgive me jumping around here, but I do want to check this out. Why we are here. And we're going to look at points for. This is going to matter for a lot of different reasons. Okay, so Grayson's at 5-8 with 1356. Dylan's at 4-9 with 1391. Drew's at 4-9 with 1399. I'm at 5-8 with 1425. So, if Drew and Dylan lose, okay? If Drew and Dylan lose, but Dylan outscores Drew by 8, then he moves into 10th. Dylan will move to 10th. Drew will move to 11th. And the last place game on week 15 will be a Christway staff duel to the death. If they both lose, but Dylan does not outscore Drew by 8, then we've got Dylan and Jake in the last place game. If they both win and Grayson loses, don't mean to give you anxiety, my pal, then Grayson would have to outscore Dylan by something like 35 in order to avoid the last place game. So let's just look at the schedule and see who they play. I know this is a little different, but we'll get there. So keeping that in mind, we've got Drew versus Alex. We've got Grayson versus Eric. And we've got Dylan versus Dale. So just keep it in mind. If Dylan and Drew win, but Grayson loses, he might be in that 11th place battle. Excuse me, that 12th place battle. On the flip, let's check out our positioning for the bye weeks. If you don't know, the playoffs are 3 weeks long. First round is the 15th on our watch party, don't forget. But on the 15th, the 1 and 2 seed are not playing. They get a bye week. They're automatically in the second round of the playoffs. So let's look at this. Blake and Aaron play each other. So I think at any rate, the winner of this game is for sure getting a bye week. The loser of this game will move to third if Alex wins. Okay. So let's just say if Aaron loses, Alex wins, Alex moves to the second seed, gets the bye week, he plays Drew. Blake loses, he moves to second, he moves to third, Alex moves up to second. The other scenario, whoever loses this game moves to 9-5. Alex somehow loses, goes to 9-5. Will wins, goes to 9-5. Then we've got a 3-way tie for second, and it goes to points 4. And just to be transparent, that's probably either Actually, it could be any of them because that's only 40-point difference, 43-point difference. So we'll see what happens there. This is only the scenario if Alex loses, Will wins. If Alex loses and Will wins. If Alex wins, he's in. And it would be the winner of Blake and Aaron and Alex that get the bye weeks. And then we'll work at the bracket, from there. So love diving into these scenarios, but just keep that in mind. So then now let's look at the other scenario of 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th with Dale. So like I said, if all three of them win, they're in. It's a win and you're in. Ryan plays me, Eric plays Grayson, and Will plays Jake. And Will plays Jake. So let's go back here. Let's just check it out one more time. So we've got 3 spots left. So let's assume 2 of these win. Let's assume Ryan wins. Let's assume Will wins. Now we're looking at this last 2 spots here. If any of them lose and Dale wins, okay. If Dale loses, they're all in. If they all win, they're all in. If any of them lose and Dale wins, it goes to points 4. So now let's look at points 4 again. We have Will at 1,621. We've got Ryan at 1,531. We've got Eric at 1,495, and we've got Dale at 1,475. So your scenario is simply, if any of those guys lose and Dale wins, Dale has to at least outscore Eric by 21 points, or Ryan by 46 points, 42 points, or Will by 100 and whatever this is, 146 points. Probably not going to happen there, but these last 2, Eric could definitely happen. Eric could have a bad game, score low, lose. Dale could have a good game, win, outscore him by at least 20.5, I think, and he's in. So there's your scenarios there. We've got scenarios for 11th place. We've got scenarios for the bye weeks. We've got scenarios for these last 3 spots. It's going to be a great week. I could probably just end the video there, but let's just go through real quick and see who else we got here. We looked at Dylan and Dale. Then we have Alex and Drew coming up here. Let's check this matchup out. Projected 115 versus 100. So Drew looking to get the win here, which would be crazy. That would set some things on fire. We're running with Jalen Hurts because McCaffrey is out. Drew is catching Alex with McCaffrey out. Mahomes, Mason, Neal, Nakua, Sutton, Johnson, Williams. Williams should go off with Amon-Ra out. We've got BTJ, Debo, Chubb, Javonte, Jalen. Pretty good team overall. Should be good to go here. 115 versus 100. Again, all the things in the world at stake. 11th place, last place game matchup at stake. Bye weeks at stake. Let's get at it. Then we got the big daddy of them all, Aaron and Blake. This could very well be our championship game. The loser of this, unfortunately, will be out of a bye week if Alex wins. We've got 133 versus 116. Aaron's got Stevenson and Tracy out. We've got Brock Purdy and Hodgins out over here. So Bo Nix, just when I look at this team, I'm like, good gravy. Averaging 145 points, averaging 136. You can see why these are our top 2 seeds here. Just absolute gunslingers. Egbuka, JSN, and Jamar Chase. Barkley, Taylor, and Bucky Irving. This will be a showdown to see what should you draft, a running back or a wide receiver, because we got the wide receiver trio versus the running back trio. Great game. The winner gets their bye week. Cannot wait. We've got some other things at stake here. A projected 107 versus 108 with Eric and Grayson. Craziness. Can't believe you guys have played each other 3 times. Looks like Eric won the first time. Grayson killed the second, or the first time, sorry. Grayson killed the first time. Eric got by the second time. So let's see what goes on here in the third round of the matchup between them. Eric is without Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle. Some high scores for him. So a close projection here. Don't forget, if Eric loses, you're looking at Dale potentially winning and outscoring him by 20 and kicking him out and getting that last playoff spot. Grayson loses here, is in danger of the last place game if Dylan and Drew win. So watch out. Next we got Jake and Will, a projected 131 versus 105. Unfortunately for Jake, you are solidified in that last place selection there. Will, I believe, is in the playoffs regardless, just because of his points for total. But you know, ESPN, they're saying there's a chance. You know, there's a 1% chance that somehow Dale outscores him by 150 and he loses and Dale wins. I guess that's likely, but that's the only scenario. He's not in the playoffs. However, if Alex loses, so this game, let me back up just a second. He's got a lot of bye weeks here with all these Patriots players, as well as San Francisco here. So rolling with Dak, Brees, Emmanuel Wilson, Quentin Johnson, Michael Wilson, Travis Kelce, Devontae Smith, doing everything we can here. And then just some gunslingers over here. Rolling with Burrow, James Cook, Gunslinger, Achane Gunslinger, Rashee Rice Gunslinger, Odunze Gunslinger, Brock Bowers Gunslinger, RJ Harvey Gunslinger, Will Lutz Gunslinger. See what goes on here. See what happens. And just one more thing I want to check for the final bye week spot is the points for. Just one more time. I know we keep looking at this. So Will's at 1621, Aaron's at 1636, Alex is at 1593. So if Alex loses and Will wins, we got a three-way tie for second, and it comes down to points for. This is Aaron's unless Will outscores him by 27, and unless Alex outscores him by something like 43. I'm not going to do all this math in my head, so just keep all that in mind. If he has another down week, these guys score, Alex loses, but still ends up scoring, whatever. Will wins, Gunslings it, score 17 more. The bye week's at stake here. The bye week is at stake here, assuming Will wins. But only if Alex loses. If Alex doesn't lose, he gets that regardless. So just watch out for it, man. Tonight we got Cowboys, Lions. Should be a great one. Love doing this. I am going on vacation starting Sunday. So the recap of all of this nonsense, I could probably do one maybe Sunday night. We'll see how it works. But I will be on a boat inaccessible from Monday to Friday. I will likely do a big video Friday, kind of doing it all, or Saturday, kind of covering it all, both the recap from the week, and potentially like after that first game of that week 15, all for that build up for that nice watch party to see all of this go down. So appreciate it, boys. Stay tuned. We'll go from there. Thanks.